Hi there, my name is Linda Jo Martin and I am the Book Lady on YouTube. I'm here with the Apple tag today, and this tag was originally created by Josh at Literary Gladiators, and his link is in the description of this video on YouTube. I wasn't tagged by anyone, I just want to do the Apple tag. The items in this tag are based on different varieties of apples, and the first one is Granny Smith. He wanted us to find an overbearingly sweet book or character, and for that I choose Ferdinand the Bull from The Story of Ferdinand by Munro Leaf. Ferdinand just wanted to smell flowers. He didn't want to fight. He teaches children that it's okay to be different. Fuji, a work about a mountain. I choose Over the Top by Russell Fralick. Russell Fralick is a pastor in England, but before that he was a rock climber in England. He and so many others just like to climb the sheer face of cliffs for the joy of exhilaration once they get to the top. I would never do that. Red Delicious, a book that would be perfect if only judged by its cover. I choose Under a Painted Sky. It is a young adult novel about a Chinese girl in the Wild West. You would think that would be pretty unique, but I got kind of tired of it by the end of the book. Still, the cover is gorgeous. What do you think? McIntosh. Nope, skipped one. Golden Yellow. A yellow on the cover, and that is one of my favorite books, Dear Madam. The refreshing adventures of a woman who at the age of 80 found a new life in the wilds of the Siskiyou Mountains near Happy Camp, California. This was written by Stella Walthall Patterson and is indeed her true story. McIntosh, a writer who has influenced your writing. Scott O'Dell. I love the young adult novels of Scott O'Dell. It started when I was very young and I read Island of the Blue Dolphins. Totally love his novels and they very much influenced my writing. Honeycrisp, a book you've read that is in great demand. I choose The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I've read quite a few of her books. I'm actually in the middle of the third book in this series. It's called Finding Water. I got stalled on it last year, but I will read the rest of it this year. It is a spiritual path to higher creativity, and I'm going to read from this one thing. It's very short. Be patient. Okay, basic principles. There's 10 of them, but I'm only going to read one. Number 5, creativity is God's gift to us. Using our creativity is our gift back to God. Baldwin A, a writer who needs recognition due to stunted acclaim. Michael Finkel. He is the author of Stranger in the Woods, the extraordinary story of the last true hermit. I think he needs recognition because he got so many bad reviews because people wanted more information about the hermit, whereas the book was in large part about him getting the story from a hermit who didn't want to talk. Empire, a work about or set in New York. I choose The Museum of Extraordinary Things by Alice Hoffman. This is a historical novel set in New York City. I found it fascinating for several reasons. First of all, I didn't know much about New York and I learned a lot from this book. And second, just the characters were kind of unusual and fascinating. Gala A, a work that fits under many genres. I choose Enchanted Air. I know I've brought this one up before. This little book is a memoir told in verse, free verse. She lived in Los Angeles. She was half Cuban. She took vacations in Cuba when she was a child, and then because of the political problems, that had to end. So the book is a memoir. It is historical. It is poetic. poetic, and I'm going to read a couple of lines. He thinks my city life, she's talking about a cousin or a relative that lives in Cuba. He thinks my city life with cars and bicycles must be so much more exciting than his donkey. Is there any way that two people from faraway places can ever really understand each other's daydreams? The author is Margarita Engel. The book is Enchanted Air. I believe it was published very recently, within the last couple of years. Checking it out. It was copyright 2015, so it's fairly recent. Ambrosia Apple, a long work that is easy to follow. I choose Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. It is long, it looks challenging, but it is easy to read. Jazz Apple, a written work in or after 2010 that shows originality. I choose 13 Reasons Why. I read that book before the miniseries happened and was very impressed by his originality in having the main character be given a box of cassette tapes that he had to listen to. Of course, the story has to do with suicide, teen suicide, which is not a great topic, but the way the book was written was original, creative, unique. I thought it was awesome. Matsu, a big book that you indulged, and that would be Gone with the Wind. It is a wonderful classic, much better than the movie, and I wanted for it never to end. It was that good. What is your favorite apple? I say Red Delicious. I really wanted to say Apple Turnover, but Red Delicious is pretty good. Apple Tree, who do you tag? I do tag somebody. It is Mindy from Mindy's Book Journey. You are tagged with the Apple tag. And that will be it for me today. I hope you are all reading wonderful books, and I will get back to you in the next video.